Welcome to the 2008 Derby City Classic Straight Pool Challenge. My name is Blackjack David Sapolis, and at the table, one of the greatest straight pool players alive today, Mr. Thorsten Hohmann. Getting ready to knock this one ball in and come off the top of that stack. Draws that cue ball right out to the center of the table. Look at that. And it looks as if that 4 ball has developed as a pretty good break ball if he wants to leave it there. The only problem he has is that 11 and the 8 ball down on the bottom rail. He's got a pretty good angle off of this 7 ball. If he wants to shoot the 7 ball right now, he go right into those 2 balls. And if he splits them up, then there's very few problems in this rack. And let's see what he does here. Nice speed. And see, if that 4 ball wasn't there, Thorsten could have went ahead and manufactured that 11 ball as a break ball if he wanted to. And what he'll do here is he'll pocket the 12 and go into the 2. And when the cue ball hits the 2, it'll move the 10 over. It just opens that area up a little bit more, gives him more options. 10 ball's a little low for a break ball. I know Thorsten doesn't like that shot, so at some point you'll see him move that. And it's my guess he'll choose the 4 ball. He's going to try to get this 13 out of there to come on over. Beautiful shot. And what Thorsten's doing right now is he's going to clear out the break ball. The break ball is obviously going to be the 4, and he doesn't want anything near it. So he'll pocket the 2, moves the 10 out, beautiful. And by doing so, by getting all these balls out of there and clearing out that break ball, he limits the chance, actually just erases the chance of inadvertently crashing into that 4 ball. He just isolates it in the area and clears all the balls out to make sure nothing's near it. Because he doesn't want to be playing position for another ball and crashing into the 4. So it's a smart move to get inside there early and clear out the entire area. And he'll pocket this 8 ball, come right out to the center of the table. Beautiful shot. And from here, the only problem I see is that 14 on that rail. He's going to come back up to the center of the table after this shot. Actually came over to the side. That's a beautiful shot. And from here he can play the 6 ball. He'll play the 6 ball in that lower left-hand corner pocket. And now he's looking to develop an end pattern. And I believe if he can get on that 3 ball, sets up perfectly. If he can get a shot on the 3 ball in the side pocket to get on the 4, then I see very few problems with this rack. And it looks as if his end pattern is going to be 15, 10, 14, 3. He'll go ahead and pocket this 15 down in that lower left pocket. He wants to keep an angle on this 10 ball to get on that 14. That's the only shot that I see where he might have some problems. He's got a perfect angle. And he's going to come off of that bottom rail there and go right out towards the side pocket. Absolutely beautiful. He's got a little more angle than what he wanted. So if he's got too much angle, he could play this 3 down in the corner instead of the side. And like I thought, he did have too much angle. And instead of trying to get too cute, if he would have got the wrong angle on the 3, he would have had to do too much with his cue ball. This way he just has to follow forward and stay on the 4 ball. And that's 14 balls for Thorsten Hohmann on a 14 ball run. Thorsten Hohmann is a 2006 straight pool world champion. In 2003, he basically came out of nowhere to win the WPA World 9 Ball Championship in Cardiff, Wales. And that was the start of just a great career for Thorsten Hohmann. What you'll see him do here is draw right into the side of the stack, kind of hit it a little dead, But he got his cue ball free. He's got a cluster there with those. He's got 5 of those striped balls right there into the triangle area. And Thorsten's going to have to find a way to get in there. And what he wants to do here is he wants to shoot the 13 down in the corner and stop the cue ball right there. From there he can follow, after he pockets the 3, he can follow the cue ball to get position on the 8, which gets him on the 10. Perfect. See, now all he's got to do is follow to get a stop shot on the 8 ball, which is a key ball to get in on the 10. And that 10 ball is the breakout shot to separate all the rest of those striped balls. So he wants to get perfect. And watch his cue ball. He came a little bit too far. And I can tell he doesn't like it already. But what he did do is he sent that cue ball to a really, really smart place. He could shoot either the 8 and go into the cluster right now, which he'd have to let go of the cue ball, and I don't think he's going to do that. He's got the 6 ball that's sitting on the rail, and though it's a tougher shot to get in on the 10, all he has to do is maintain control of the cue ball, not come too far, and he'll have a perfect angle to pocket that 10 and split up the 14. If you look at those clustered balls, you've got the 11, 14 that are sitting right there. Those are the only 2 balls that he really needs to play with. So I want to see how he attacks this. Awesome position right there. He's got a nice angle right here to pocket the 10 and go into the 14. I don't think he'll hit this too hard. He'll be able to develop this as a break ball, the 14 ball. And he's looking exactly where he wants to hit that 14. Speed control, absolutely flawless. Manufactured that 14 as a break ball. Landed perfect on this 9. Now we can get the 9 and the 15 out of there. Beautiful shot. Go ahead and clear out his break ball. Now he's landed on this 15 at a perfect angle to nudge that 5 away from the 7. And what he's looking at here is exactly where he wants to place the cue ball after he pockets the 15. He's been controlling the speed of the balls perfectly. So let's watch this shot. Absolutely perfect. And he's positioned that cue ball in a spot where if he wanted to, he could pocket any one of these 3 balls, the 5, the 7, or the 1. I believe he'll pocket the 5, 1, and then use the 7 to get back out to the center of the table. Nice shot. He's chose to go with the 7 ball. That's his choice. Either way would have worked. He's going to go ahead and stop the cue ball, draw back a little bit. Absolutely beautiful. He just wants to come out to the center of the table. He's going for the... Oh, wow. I believe he was playing position for that 2 ball in the side pocket, and he trapped himself behind this 11. Looks like there's a little space in there. He's going to have to elevate his cue a little bit. Make sure he doesn't foul. He's shooting over that 14. He can't touch that. Nice shot. And from here, he'll pocket the 2 ball, getting an angle on the 8 to play the 8 in the corner and come off the rail for the 14. No guesswork when you watch this guy play in straight pool. Every pattern is perfect. He's had a couple of minor cue ball control problems, but he's controlling the speed of the table very, very well. See the speed control here. Beautiful shot. And Thorsten Hohmann on a run of 28 balls. And I can't say it enough, just operating at a level above and beyond anybody else in the world right now when it comes to the game of straight pool. And he is completely parallel with this break ball, exactly where he wants to be. And when a guy like Thorsten gets into the balls like this, and you just start seeing him, go to town on the rack, getting perfect patterns, you're going to see him run a lot of balls. Ah, beautiful. See the way he just draws into the side of the stack, comes back out. Got a little unlucky there. I mean, he came off the rail and came back into the cluster of balls there. But it doesn't appear as if anything's touching. And I think he has a nice shot on this 9 ball. He can use that 6 ball to slow the cue ball down. When he gets rid of that 6 ball, he'll open up an avenue to get rid of that 7 ball. Appears to be the 7 to 15. Sitting there in the center table. Watch the speed here. Awesome shot. You notice how he didn't blast away at those. He just goes right into them, nice and firm. Perfect speed to just separate the balls. He really doesn't have a workable break ball right now. You can see where the 7 and the 11 are right there. He's got the 13, the 1, and the 8 that are sitting there on that end rail. And what he's trying to do is to see what he can do to manufacture a break ball, develop some kind of a pattern to get in and nudge that 11 over. He's going to start with the 3 on the side. Oh, wow. I don't think he wanted to do that. It was a mental error right there. He did not want to knock that 5 over to the rail. He did not want to do that. So now he's got problems because that 5 is going to force him to remove that 2 ball probably sooner than what he wanted to. And I think from here he's got a shot on the 6 on the side. And from there he'll have to line up for a shot on the 2 to get that 5 off of that rail, because that's going to come back and haunt him if he doesn't do anything about it there. Nice shot. He's in the center of the table. And it's a good idea whenever you run into a situation like that to get back to the center of the table, reevaluate everything that you have to do, everything that you have there, look at it from above the stack and from all angles. And that's what Thorsten's doing. Go ahead and shoot this ball in. And see, he wanted to nudge that. He didn't miss it by much. But he's down there on the, I believe that's a 4 ball that's next to the 1. And he's going to shoot this 13. He might be able to get a break ball here. Goes up. He nudges it a little hard. It's there. And I think that 11 is going to serve as a break ball for Thorsten. He's got the 8 ball down along that end rail on the right side. Pockets the 2. The main problem looks to be right now to get that 4 and the 1 out of there as soon as possible. He's got an opportunity to do that right now with the 5. Nice shot. And minimal cue ball movement is very important in straight pool, and guys like Thorsten, very rarely you're going to see him go more than 1 or 2 rails while playing this game. And he's going to take the 7 out. He lined up for the combination. And because he's been controlling the speed of the table so well, he's very confident that he's going to be able to pocket this 1 ball and keep the cue ball with the 4. See, when you're in dead stroke, when you're playing at this level that Thorsten's playing at right now, you have the confidence to do stuff like that. He is on cruise control here and playing at a level above and beyond most humans. And here is his end pattern. Appears to be 4. Looks like it's going to be 4, 8, and 15. He's kind of got the wrong angle. I believe he wanted to go 4, 15, 8. But he doesn't have a good angle to do that. If he follows, he'll crash into that 11. He doesn't really want to draw here. So he's just going to go down, play position on the 8, take what the table's giving him. And from here, he wants to get straight on the 15 to where he can draw. He looks like he's going to follow a little bit here to get an angle on the 15 where he can draw back into the rail where the 11's sitting. He's going to pop forward. Nice shot. See the angle he has right there? When he draws, the cue ball is going to go in at one angle and out. It's going to kind of be like a V-shaped draw stroke pattern. He just wants to barely get to the rail. Look at that speed control. Now what can you say about that? 42 ball run, Thorsten Hohmann. This run doesn't look like it's much of a problem for him. He has got the speed of the table down perfectly. And when he's shooting like this, there's no stopping him. He'll run, 100, 125, 150, sometimes 170 balls. Like it's absolutely nothing. He makes it look so easy. And you're going to see him draw straight into the side of the stack here. Let's see if he hits it high or low, or watch that, bang. Well, he kind of got a little unlucky there. Put a little spin on it and went back into the rail after it popped back out. He's got options here. And what he's looking at is how to develop a break ball, secondary break ball, to get in to that stack. So all the work that he's going to start out is going to be to get on that 13 ball, which is at the bottom of that cluster. It's out just a little bit. And what he needs to do is shoot this ball here and try to get back behind the stack. Now I don't think he wants to use the 9 as a secondary break shot. I know he doesn't. I know right now he doesn't want to shoot off that 2 ball because it looks to be set up perfectly as a break ball. Then again, I don't see where he really has much of a choice. He can go ahead and shoot it off now and try to develop something along the way. That's his choice. And this is the first rack where he really didn't get into the balls. It's very unusual for Thorsten because he usually hits the stack with such a force. He's going to pocket that ball there and get perfect on this 2. Now all he wants to do is just stop the cue ball right here, or maybe even roll forward just a tad. And look at that. He decided to come off the rail, get on this 9 ball. He'll either shoot the 9 or the 5. If he shoots the 5, he'll get perfect on that 13. I don't think he really wants to do that. When you find yourself in a situation like this where you have a break ball, you generally don't want to take it off if you don't have to. And really, I don't see where it's necessary to get rid of the 5 unless that's the only opportunity that he's going to have to get on the 13. He's got plenty of balls that are going to come out of that stack and go into a nice area where he can get a break ball. He's going to shoot the 6. Come off the rail. Going to come down. Looks to be like he's going to shoot this straight ball into the side pocket. Look at his speed control. Now he's landed perfectly on this 5 ball. So obviously he's confident enough to shoot this ball off and develop another break ball. He's going to use the 9 ball. And I don't know if he's going to get in there perfectly or not, but his speed control's been flawless. Let's watch this. Nice shot. He got them open. 7 balls high, but it will work. Unless he wants to shoot it off here and go into either the 12 or the 3. That's what I think he's looking at. He's looking at pocketing the 7 right now and nudging either, I believe that's either the 10 or the 12. And when he comes off that 7 ball, he's going to go right into that direction. I'll tell you what I like doing. I like pocketing the 7 and getting an angle on the 13 to push the 3 out. I don't know if there's too much angle on the 7 to do that. That's what he's going to go ahead and shoot the 13 off. Yeah, he ended up having to abandon that. So he must have had too much angle on the 7. He's back there. He went ahead and got straight back to the center of the table to reevaluate. And he'll get rid of these 2 balls near the side pocket. At some point, he's going to have to get rid of that 1 because the 1's being hidden by that striped ball. So he'll go ahead and get rid of this right now and just set up perfect for this 7 ball. And this is what it all comes down to right here. Trying to get a nice end pattern. He has no break ball. So he's going to have to figure something out here, find some way to get in there to do something. And I don't think that's going to do it either. So Thorsten, finding himself in the high grass here, still not sure what it is he's trying to do. Went ahead and now he's down to 3 balls. Well, your guess is as good as mine. You know what he's doing is he's going to put the cue ball in the triangle. Oh, smart move. He's just going to stop right here, leave the cue ball there. Perfect. On a run of 56 balls. And see, now the cue ball goes back down in the kitchen. And he's basically, you know, just on cruise control here. Once he racks these balls, I want to see what kind of an angle he has on this 1. He's going to have a pretty good run here. But a smart move by Thorsten Hohmann. And he's going to run off and take a break. And while he does that, I want to go ahead and thank Stephenson and for taking the video. We've got no audio to it. It is what it is. This commentary is meant to be instructional only. And you know, we're doing our best to get this stuff out to the players and that want to see it. And let's watch Thorsten here as he lines this shot up. He wants to go right into the top 2 balls in the stack. So he's going to go ahead and position the cue ball where he'll have a natural angle either to go into that 3 ball or the 12. Let's see where he goes. Beautiful shot. Went right into that. I believe that was a 10 ball. Comes back out. None of the balls are touching. I believe the 4 balls out is a break ball. He can leave that there if he wants. And go ahead and reevaluate the table. Now, like I said, you know, this is a labor of love by a lot of people, especially Bob Jewett and Dana Stephenson, Dennis Walsh, and myself. And we hope you guys are enjoying these. It's a thrill to sit here and watch these guys run these balls and just dissect rack after rack after rack. We're bringing you the best players in the world, and trying to revive the game of 14-1 and get it out there to people who may not have seen it before or don't know how to play, and show them the beauty of what I call the game's best teacher. It's a nice shot. Going to come over. Looks like Thorsten's going to isolate that. It looks to either be the 4-ball or the 8-ball. This is the game that I first learned how to play. Most people learn either 8-ball or 9-ball. 14-1 will help you strengthen every single game that you can play on a pool table. Intricate ball movement, splitting up clusters, sharpen your mental skills. This game here, if you've got a weakness in your game, 14-1 will definitely exploit it. See what Thorsten does here. Nice controlled shot. And he took that ball off mainly because he's confident of the speed control that he has on this table right now. And he's going to come right off of this rail. Watch the cue ball. When he pockets this 11 ball, that cue ball's got no other place to go but right into the cluster. Beautiful. Beautiful shot. And if you look at Thorsten Hohmann, it's not hard to realize that this guy's physically in the best shape of any pool player you'd ever want to meet. His physical stature matches his mental game. He's just as strong mentally as he is physically. I have personally sat and watched Thorsten do drill after drill after drill. I've watched him line up balls for hours. He went out when he was a young man and basically found out everything that he needed to do to become a world champion at this game. And it has paid off in spades for him. He is probably, in my opinion, in the top 3 of the best straight pool players in the world right now. And I put him right up there with Ralph Souquet, Oliver Ortman, his fellow countrymen, other guys like John Schmidt, Danny Harriman, Mike Siegel. Thorsten is in that echelon of great straight pool players. And he's gone through this rack like a hot knife through butter. He's on this 5-ball. He's got a nice angle to go wherever he wants. Even if he wants to go back up into those balls, he can do it right here. Chose to go around him. I'm not sure which one of these he wants as a break ball, but he's in such great shape right now. Those three balls right there at the top of the triangle, any one of them will work. And he'll go ahead and remove that, I believe is a 12 ball first, the ball that's in the middle. And from there he can choose either one of the other balls to go right into the next rack. And he is definitely on fire right now. Let's see what he does here. He might even be able to push this ball forward. He chose not to, but awesome rack from Thorsten Hohmann. Here all he has to do is just draw. Nice shot. So Thorsten Hohmann on a run of 70 balls. And while Thorsten's busy racking the balls, I want to take the opportunity to let everybody know about a national straight pool league that was started by my friend Kevin Vidal. You can find all the information at www.14and1.com, and that's there on the screen. And here's the motto: together we can bring straight pool back to the status it once enjoyed but has always deserved. And Kevin's worked so hard building this league from the local level to the national level. It's a lot of fun, and it gives everybody the chance at the local level to get out there and promote the game of pool, to promote the game of straight pool. And that's what the AZ Billiards Straight Pool Forum is about. That's what these videos are about. And right now, Thorsten's going to pocket this ball and skip off the top of the stack there. Didn't get much ball disbursement, but he's got a couple of secondary break shots. I believe that's where it all starts. It all starts at the local level. It starts in your pool hall to promote the game, to promote all games within the game of pool. I'm a firm believer that if everybody goes out there every single day trying to promote the game of pool in a positive way, that sooner or later all that positive energy is going to pay off. And right now, Thorsten has one shot, and he's got to pocket this ball all the way down into that top right-hand corner pocket. And to most of us mere mortals, that corner pocket looks like a thimble, but right now, Thorsten Hohmann, who's currently on a 70-ball-plus run, I bet you that pocket looks like the Grand Canyon. So I don't think he's going to have much trouble putting his ball down in that pocket. Let's watch his speed. Look at that. Nothing but the back of the pocket. And his main problem appears to be finding a shot to get in to those balls. He's got that one stripe ball down on the end rail, close to the end rail. I believe it's a 15. He could set up for that right now by shooting in this 8 ball, and that also opens up that pocket a little bit more. And he decided to come to the other side, and he hit that perfect. Now he's got a beautiful angle to go up into those balls. You could either choose to hit the 3 or the 9. Myself, I like hitting the 9, only because of the direction that it would send the 3 ball. You're likely to get a break ball out of it. And now he went into the 3. Still has problems within this rack. So he didn't get into those balls off the break shot, so he's going to have to work a little bit harder here. He's got a shot on the 6. And it's up to him where he wants to go to next. He nudged that 5 out, away from that 7. And I don't believe he's going to save the 7 as a break shot. He's got too many balls that are still clustered up on the other side. So from here he might have to shoot the 7 ball and find a way to get in to separate the 13, 9. I believe that's the 4 ball. As I thought. He had to shoot that 7 off. He really did not have a choice. And he's got that 3 ball that's scattered all the way down at the other end of the table. He can't forget about that either. The 5's a high break ball, and I believe that's the ball that can work. What I think he's looking at here is maybe coming off the rail to go into these balls right now. Let's watch his speed. Look at that. That is simply amazing. The accuracy that he used to get into those balls. So as Thorsten approaches the 80 ball mark, he still looks extremely strong. And he doesn't look like he's in any danger of having this run stop. And look at that. He pockets a 9, nudges a 2 out. And what that does is it gives him 2 break ball options, the 5 and the 2. So let's go ahead and examine the table. At mid-table, you've got that 12 ball that will serve perfectly as a key ball for that 2 ball. He's got the 5 ball there that's kind of crowded in by that 8 ball. And I think that's the problem that he has here on the table. Now his obvious next shot will be the 13. And he's going to have to address that straight ball that's down at the lower left-hand portion of the screen. He's going to have to address that pretty soon. And he's going to go ahead and shoot the 13 and get on that ball now. Okay, now the angle he has here, he can draw to get back on the 8 ball. From there, he's going to have to address the 3. Now he's going to have to shoot this 8 off now. And I don't see an easy way to get on that 3 ball. So he's going to have to make a decision on which one of these balls he wants to use as a key ball and which one he wants to use as a break ball. And that's in reference to the 5 and the 2. So he'll go ahead and shoot this straight ball and try to get on that 3 ball. I think the play here is to get back out to the center of the table. And there he goes. Just has to miss that. There we go. Nice shot. A little bit of a dangerous route, but he got exactly where he needed to get. You can go ahead and pocket this 3 and just punch off of that rail. Come back for a shot on that 12. And so right now it appears that his end pattern is going to be 3, 12, 2. And come back, put the 12 and the 2 in the same pocket. So Thorsten Hohmann currently at 82 ball run. And no end in sight. Looking as if he's just getting stronger rack by rack. And perfect angle. He's going to go ahead and come out 2 rails. He's got a lot of space for that cue ball to get through there. He just wants to punch off of that rail, come back out towards the center of the table. And there we go, 84 balls for Thorsten Hohmann. And Thorsten's making this look pretty easy. But what I want you to do is, if you get a chance to watch this over, I want you to pay special attention to where Thorsten's break ball and cue ball are at the beginning of every rack. And what you'll notice is it's basically in the same general area. He's got his cue ball in the center of the table, break ball on the side of the stack, and he'll draw with a lot of power to get into the balls. Bam. Just like that. And even though he got spit down table, look where his cue ball is going. Right in the center of the table. And that's what keeps Thorsten at the table, is by doing the same thing over and over. He doesn't take any chances. He doesn't like getting his cue ball lost as he's going from ball to ball within the rack. He always tries to get the shots that will keep him at the table. And when I'm talking shots, I'm talking the break shots, I'm talking the end patterns. So he basically keeps the same type of a break ball, and he repeats the process. And that's what he's going to do here. He's going to use this 13 to go into these clustered balls. Oh, he chose not to. He chose not to. I think that was an awesome opportunity to split those balls up. And maybe he sees something else. Maybe he'll use, appears to be the 10 or the 12 that he's going to shoot now. It's a 14. And what he's going to do here, he's going to try to pocket this 11 ball and get an angle on the 10. That's either the 10 or the 12. Sometimes it's kind of hard to differentiate between the 10 ball and the 12 ball. And that's exactly what he did. Came up a little high, but he's got a good shot on the 6 ball. I believe the 6 does pass the 15. So he's on cruise control here. He definitely is in a rhythm. He's seeing the patterns. He's seeing the ways to break up the balls. He's watching the way the cue ball is rolling. Nice shot. And there he just manufactured the 8 ball, it looks like. You can choose to shoot the 8 or the 9 as a break ball. It's his choice. The 9's a little high. And superb straight pull from Thorsten Hohmann. Every single shot is done with care and precision. And he's going to go ahead and get that 4 ball off the rail. Doesn't want to leave it there too long. Nice. Whew, that ball almost didn't drop. So right now it's basically up to him. He could either choose the 9 or the 8 as a break ball. And now he's just freewheeling. You'll see him start rolling that cue ball down table. He's got no worries. Everything's pretty much out in the open. Clear out that pocket by pocketing the 15 here. And I believe all these balls go into that same pocket there. Looks as if he's lined up for the 8 ball. He came off of it. He might be shooting the 9 ball. No, he shot the 8. So right now, he's end pattern appears to be 110-7. Nice shot. What he has to do is get out to that rail, get a nice angle on that 7 ball. And, oh, he drew back. I thought he'd follow that. So now, he's on this 7 ball. He just has to come off the rail a little bit. Nice shot. And there he is, on a run of 98 balls. And Thorsten Hohmann in the driver's seat. And right now, Thorsten Hohmann racking the balls and facing the hardest shot in pool, which is that 99th ball, that break ball. And you can ask anyone, to include myself, anybody that's been there at 98 going to 99 and then 100, the pockets start to get a little smaller when you get around the century marks. And Thorsten making sure this rack is extremely tight. So here we go. Let's see if he can get into these balls like he's gotten to the rest of the racks. It looks like he's going to go ahead and draw straight into that 4 ball, it looks like. And there it goes. Look out for the cue ball. That's bad luck right there. But what a great run by Thorsten Hohmann. 98 balls. There was a lot of great pattern play in there, a lot of great break shots. There's a lot of good information in this video. Congratulations to Thorsten. I know he wanted triple digits, but